You recently had Trump on the podcast. I want to know, what was that like behind the curtain? What was it like when he came through the office? How was he off camera?
So great question. So first of all, 5 days before the interview, Secret Service came to our office every day to say, you need to move this, you need to move that, we need to build this, that can't be here, employees second floor need to be gone. So we had to move 100% of our second floor. We have around 40 or 50 employees. Everybody had to leave because they had to know 100, or they can stay, and everyone needs to give their ID to find out what their background is. So we asked second floor to leave. Everybody's like, what's going on? People thought there was a termite issue because there was a tent. So they said, why is the tent here? Vinny's like, I think there's termites in this building. And that's what's going on. So we couldn't throw everybody off. Saturday, Sunday, they came back. And then on Monday, when they came through, 2 fire trucks, 2 ambulance, 1 fire truck, 2 helicopters, 40 cars outside. My wife brought the kids to meet the president, and Secret Service comes and says, man, we know who you are. You have to go park across the street for now because the president just showed up. Maybe in about 10 minutes, you can come back here. Super protective. In the back in our control room, there's like 500-600 buttons to press. They come in and they say, we can't do this interview unless if we press every button and mess. So imagine you're working the control room and they're going boom, 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 just like a kid in an elevator, right?
Wow.
They're pressing everything, switch, switch, switch. Okay, great. So now our people have to come back and let's get everything back in control, what it was like to get it back in its place. And then once they showed up, the team was phenomenal. A lot of the folks watched the podcast, so it was friendly. I pull up on my Porsche and I see German Shepherd jumps in my car. Hey, sir, you got to get out. Boom. Looking at everything that's going on under the car, open this, open that, to the T. Snipers on top of the building. And then we sat down and we had the conversation. And then obviously an hour and a half later, people are downstairs lined up to want to take pictures, only the people that were approved. The entire city was shut down. Everybody on Oakland Park's Facebook page are like, there is something going on at Valuetainment. They're under attack. Something's going on. There may be a shooting. And they're like, no, the president was there. Got it. Everyone lost their minds when he left, but the city was shut down for a good 24 hours.
So you couldn't say anything to your employees or anybody?
My wife found that a day before the interview.
You kept it from your wife? You couldn't even mention to her?
Well, no, but that's how I am, though, because when I'm doing surprises or anything big, I don't tell it to anybody except for 2 or 3 people, and then we bring you in, and we tell you if you want a long-term relationship with us, this is a test for you. You're going to be one of the few people that know, are you fine with this kind of a responsibility? If it's leaks, it's one of you guys that couldn't keep your word. And long term, you can't be in meetings like this. Can we trust you? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Do you guys vouch for him? We do. Great. Here's what's happening. We're having President Trump here at XYZ. Like Adam is a lot out there partying and being around a lot of different people. Adam found out about the interview 1 hour before he was coming. We recorded it and we said, hey, do you know what's going on right now? No, what's going on? Everybody's telling me something's going on. Well, the president's going to be at 5990 in the next hour and we're going over there right now. Get the F out of here. Wow. You're kidding me. No. So we kept it. My kids didn't know. My dad didn't know. Nobody knew.
And when you were recording, how many feet away would you say was the nearest officer?
So imagine I'm sitting here where I typically sit, PBD Podcast logo, you're President Trump. There's 9 people in front of me while we're doing the interview, multiple Secret Service, some of the folks that are trying to keep them. There was a moment in the middle of the podcast that nobody saw. That was probably the biggest highlight of the podcast that we cut out because I'm getting text messages. Hey, you gotta finish it. You gotta finish it. They gotta go. And I'm like, listen, I'm not doing this. I got 50 text messages from my guy saying we have to finish up. I'm prepared for 90 minutes. What are we doing here? If this is how it's gonna go, we gotta cut it right now. And you guys gotta tell me right now, right there, President Trump told everybody, hey, we're going to go till this time. We ended up going till 4:45 to get the additional 20 minutes needed, 25 minutes needed. And then it was very interesting seeing how his team responded to, well, let's move this. I'll call him afterwards, have him come to dinner, have to do this. And very impressive on how him and his team were.
How busy do you think his schedule is right now? Because
Are you kidding
is it
me?
down to the 30-minute mark for everything throughout the day?
He does the Rogan podcast, 3 hours, not the way Kamala and them are negotiating to say, you come to us and we'll give you only an hour. And on his terms, Joe's like, no, I'll do the interview. Come to me. I can't get to know you in an hour. Come to Austin. I'll sit down. Trump, who's busier than Kamala, going on more roadshows than Kamala, runs a lot of businesses, has all these other responsibilities, goes to Austin, does a 3-hour podcast. He's 2-3 hours late to the Michigan rally, gets on a plane, goes to Michigan, does the rally at midnight, gives the hour talk, then gets back, gets his rest. Then he goes to the next city. Then it's Madison Square Garden. This guy is, our team today, we're here. Two of my guys ask for the morning. They're trying to go to a meeting at Mar-a-Lago. They go to Mar-a-Lago. Trump is there speaking to 150 people at Mar-a-Lago this morning for an hour, hour and a half. The guy is running and gun. He's the kind of a competitor that I love, because the most intimidating competitors you'll ever face in a marketplace is when you think, why does it seem like this person's at 5 different places at the same time? How does he do it? How does she do it? Eventually, you're going to experience one of two things. You either want to accept the fact that he's a bigger alpha than you and give it up. That's not your competition. Or you don't want to accept the fact, so you start spreading rumors, negativity, you're upset at him, you say you bash him, all this other stuff. Like, for example, how Mark Cuban is with Musk. Mark Cuban is constantly going after Musk. Why is he going after Musk? What are you upset with Musk? You used to not go after him. Why are you going after him now? Because Musk keeps going. Musk is operating. Musk is running startups. Mark is not running a startup. Mark's an investor. Mark's running a basketball organization. It's an established organization that he didn't found. It was a team that he bought, and he helped them become a champion. You got to give him credit. But Musk is not stopping. Neither is Trump. Those are some of the most annoying, intimidating opponents you'll ever have in your life. And Trump's doing it, Graham, at 78 years old. Think about that.